Finally. See when I make a face? Got like a swollen higher chin. And a normal chin. So, made $20 today with a $100 option. But, pay attention. But, I lost the first trade, negative $14. And then I gained on the second one, $50. So it evens out, that's why I got 20. So I was practically, if I would have been on the good side of the trade, half of doubling $100. And it was okay. It was okay. It was in my favor today. It was in my favor. It's definitely in my favor today. I'm quite on the happy. Only 20. I decided to go to Target. Overspent. I have no idea why I overspent. All I got was wieners, a quart of milk, and pudding, like a package of pudding. I put it in. I forgot about the ratio of milk to pudding. That has to be always less than pudding. So a quart is too much for the box. So it just stayed liquid. Because before I used to just take a little milk, take a little bit of pudding, shake it, and it'd be pudding. But this strawberry one acted a little strange with the whole milk. Maybe it's because I gave it too much. And it happened before. Just for adding too much and little powder. Too much milk and little powder. But usually when I get it right, it's always perfect. So, made $10 today that I could withdraw tomorrow. So I could start on the next website tomorrow. So tomorrow, I log in, I click, I withdraw, I start making money on the other one. Basically, effortless money. It's like effortless to me when I do that shit. Effortless for real. I could have probably finished 10 today, but the bonus was already over $10. I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave now. What did I do? Brandon. There was a guy that some people dislike in Wall Street bets. His port's like $5 million. Could be paper, but could be normal. And he had a particular code that I used yesterday, and that's how I made $50. It's complementing my code. So today was not a macro day, so prices didn't really go above or below Enigma based on, trend line constraint. But I saw at the end of the day, I realized that I was using Brandon's code for a daily chart. Like that, like for a daily chart and not for a scalping, because I'm definitely the scalper. So the second at the end of the day, I changed scalp. The areas to trade went smaller, and I started seeing a possible strategy based on time series and Brandon's code. And believe it or not, they are like Enigma. Brandon's code is technically narrower than Enigma. Narrower. Like that. Like I saw it, I'm like, huh. So it opens. So Brandon's here. Brandon went first. Me getting, understanding my daily logic between Enigma, open, and when I trade. It's like, Brandon went long first. Right here. In the morning, he went long first. What the fuck? Like that. Then to the downside too. He went short before me. Damn. And then after seeing that, just basically changing the settings on his code. Prior to that, I made a particular, a really specific code. It's hard to explain. Basically, 1% is the amount of gain this thing had in the whole year. Option volatility, or IV, which is at 20 today, 20.6. It got to like 20.60. Label, it says options expensive. Volume decimal, RSI decimal, MACD decimal, and then labels when either a combination of those are in full blast, and it's usually a really small amount of time. Basically, if there's a volume spike, it's going to be a strong buy or strong sell based on that code. So I took that code. It's okay to identify reversals. Basically, if the MACD is red, it's not going anywhere. If the MACD is green, you know it's going up. If the MACD, after it's gone up, it's red, it's stopped going. So on and so forth. That's basically it. So tomorrow, hopefully, I get to find one of Brandon's upper or lower signal, and I'm gonna go ensuring that time series is dark green or dark red, which is very unlikely dark red right now because we're basically ATH. Dark green is probably the more possible thing. The fuck, my eye hurts like if someone fucking poked it. So that's the goal. The goal is using that code, which is basically Earth in Enigma, basically horizontal lines in Enigma. Unless price changes, those lines are not going to change. And based on time series and that line, as it's approaching that line, it turns from light green to dark green, I'm gonna hit it. That's basically how it looks like. And it's the same thing. And it's the same thing for Brandon lower strategy or Brandon lower cross. If time series is yellow and it's green and the cross below, it's not the good one. It's gonna be some mixed shit. It's not gonna be the arch. What you want is the big upward movement or whatever. Even if it takes a while, but you need that big one and the same one in a while. So the same one on the bottom. Without full time series confirmation, MACD confirmation, or the new code that I added, I'm not gonna trade. So far, it was okay making just $20. It definitely made me feel better. I thought I was gonna come home a loser today, but I didn't. 20's a 20. A 20 is McDonald's. Like 20. Let me get McDonald's. So it was all right. My next code needs to be related to trades. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I need to find a maximal amount so I get a signal when I enter a trade, like a label and says stop. That's the maximum you're gonna get. I need something like that, but like it's technically a trail stop, but more like a code that lets me know, okay, if you entered a trade, or basically something that knows that I entered a position, it tells me when to stop as the maximum. That's the next idea. That was the idea that I thought about today. Basically, instead of doing a trail stop, everyone knows what a trail stop is. Rather, the machine tells you when's the highest that this is going to get on a trade. Not on the day, but on a trade. So that I stop. That I stop completely once I'm in a trade. I gotta research it. I gotta start checking it out. So yeah, That's about it. Hope you guys have a good night. Short stream today. I decided to go to sleep right after training today because I didn't sleep much yesterday. Outside got frigid as hell. I basically slept, woke up at 10, woke up at 11, started looking for a warmer place to sleep, crashed on the floor, crashed on another floor, crashed next to the Irish monument, crashed on the floor again, a chair, fell asleep sitting down with the sun hitting me. And once the sun moved from that bench, I went to another bench and I laid there and I nodded out cold. Like, imagine sitting down and passing out, like just sitting, boom, dead. Like, damn, look at that, he's asleep. And I'm like, just sitting down, bro, sitting down. And then once the sun got to the ledge that, you know, that the security guards ain't gonna bother you, I sat there, I felt it, I laid there, and I passed out there. Luckily, by 11, the shadow of the sun enters behind the building. So the sun moved a little forward, and when I felt a little cold, I'm like, I got up, and it had went from 7 to 11 in the morning. And I look at the clock, 11:07. I'm like, oh shit, let's go. Let's get to work. It was ridiculous today. But the freezing cold it's lack of insulation. I need a piece of cardboard or something that protects me from the floor. The floor is really cold. Maybe I could warm a piece of cardboard. Before, when I was out here, I had a comforter that even if it was summer and I was sweaty, I put the comforter down and lay on anywhere. Basically, that was the comforter that I put on the ground, and that's why I was warm, regardless if I didn't have covers, because I put something on the floor. You see, I ain't on bare ass. I had the comforter that I put to lay down and the super thin orange sheet, the airplane sheet, the wool, that is still in my bag. And I'm debating right now if I should put it not around the waist, but around the waist through the front, not through the back. Because I got, one is through the back and one is through, I got sheet. All my sheets are basically through the back. So I'm debating. I'm, definitely warmer at the upper, but my legs get cold as a motherfucker. Why? Because they don't have enough insulation. But once I get all that insulation, ooh. Today I did the end of the survey. To get the $100. Today was the end of it. It ended today. I had to Photoshop the unit like that. Like I found a photo. I found a Ninja Crispy on the... Check this out. I found a Ninja Crispy on the internet. I found a specific frame on YouTube that the guy's hands was not in it and that the cord was there. Right? The dial was on because it was plugged to the wall. I took a screenshot from another screenshot with the dial off. I photoshopped the dial off on the crown, right? And after the crown, I had to deal with a chrome table and a cord. Like that, like an actual cord. So I took the cord and I had to Photoshop it at a pixel per pixel scale. And it was still kind of blurry. It wasn't 100%. But when you zoomed out, it passed the naked eye test. Basically, a Ninja Crispy cut cord with shadow on the side. That's good. And then, a little weird in the side that it cut. But it passed he cut the cord. It passed at that level. They're not going to be questioning it. It was fucking phenomenal. Like, if you could see the original picture of my picture, you'd be like, God damn. I could give myself bigger muscles. It was pretty good. I did that today just to get $100, and so that giving the unit to my mom didn't offset the gift. So my mom has the gift, and I'm getting the $100. It's pretty it's on the nice side. On the nice side, I did it good. So that's basically it. Freaking that $100 coming soon. I'm thinking of checking out Marshall's to see if they got thermals there, and if they got thermals there, I'm gonna buy them. I'm gonna check if they actually got. And next to the underwear, they bring winter thermals. I'm gonna get top and bottom like that. Put them on immediately, and then get everything else delivered to me so that Nice and toasty. Nice and toasty, baby. I was about to get a Rolex a few nights ago. I think last night I woke up and I saw the perfect day date, but I started investigating these day dates. I was about to get a Oyster Crown, green dial, classic green dial, basically a 5A, 555, or a quintuple A replica, like a super clone, basically identical. The only problem that it was, outside it being to specs, 40 millimeter dial, whatever, is that the number is not centered. That's basically it. That's it. That's the only problem it has. I saw the pictures, and all of them are fine, but you look at the dates, and the dates are not in the center. And you compare a Rolex one, you compare a Rolex image, you basically, to my opinion, I think they're Rolexes, but they're just defective, and giving them out for $20, $30 yesterday. The one that I wanted was $60. Freaking, I was looking for colors to match, to color match dials to ensure it looks like I got the real thing. And then after being an hour there thinking about getting it, I said, Customs is gonna fuck with me. Customs is gonna find that shit and steal my money. So I opted not to, based on Customs appropriating themselves of my shit. So it was definitely a bad idea. For a moment, I'm like, yeah, this might be a good one. Look at that. That's a nice clone from TikTok. It's like, yeah, click here to get a $20 bonus. I'll get a full discount bonus. I'm like, all right, click on it. And then I thought about, because they're gonna give it to me in the box. They're gonna do this. They're gonna do that. I'm like, nah, that's gonna raise way too much concerns. The box is just, that's what they're looking for. It can't be in the box, and you can't really tell them, hey, don't put that shit in that box, because that Rolex gonna get caught in the mail. So immediately I shut down the idea of having one on me. Like immediately. I thought about that. I'm like, yep, with my luck, that Rolex box will be gone by the second it gets to Customs. Like, no way. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna check online, do things I didn't do before. The next code of mine will hopefully be something that measures my actual trade and tell me the maximum gain on my trade. It's going to be pretty difficult, but I'm going to see how I could make it. I'm going to see how I could, I'm going to see how I could deal with this. Hopefully there's a way to make a code, show a label max, after it recognizes that I went on a trade. I'm unsure, but that's basically it. Peace. I'm not a loser. I'm not a loser. I thought I was a loser till today. I'm not a loser. I'm not a loser. I thought I was a loser things today. I thought I was a loser things today. I thought I was a loser since today. I thought I was a loser things today.